Welcome to Shim the Shit with my dentee. This hair is all in my face. I gotta do it tonight. Okay. All right, y'all. So tonight we are reviewing Kandi and the Gang.
No, you can say old lady.
The old lady gang. Season 1, episode 9. But before we start,
And I know about each pizza.
all right, let me get settled, y'all. Woo, let's see what happened with this old lady gang this week. Well, this week we got the old lady sitting around. Mama Joyce is showing off her watch. I'm assuming maybe it was a birthday gift because she got to talking about 70 years being on this earth. She been here for 7 decades and she has enjoyed every minute of it with her sisters. And Aunt Nora said, and you were such a sweet baby and such a sweet child. And you have always been such a good sister.
What did Bertha say?
Baby sister. And Bertha said, I don't know about all that. I was waiting because I was looking at Bertha's face.
Because I don't think Joyce was a sweet child.
I don't believe it. And she ain't never gave you no issue. That's because Nora is a fighter too. So, you know.
That's her baby though.
Uh-huh.
That's her baby. Nora is the oldest. And that's her baby.
Yeah. So then we got Philip and Brian. Philip is playing nice in the sandbox. You know, he was like, hey girl, hey, you know, just checking on you, you know. Your voice was sounding all nice at Philip's place or Patrick's place the other night, you know. It was nice. It was pleasantries all around, okay?
Where Philip is concerned, he's no longer like the hammer thrower. He's the good guy nowadays.
You said the little team building thing helped. It did bridge the
Change his life?
No.
I don't think that's what helped. I think actually what helped was suspending Brian. And then everybody was like, whoo.
Oh, he ain't playing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Patrick has his body essential oils, okay, called Pou Confiant, okay?
I wish he would have discussed that whole poo thing before he officially became poo.
He didn't ask Safari, was that a good idea?
He probably ain't the one to ask. Safari ain't that bright.
Well, every time when I think of it, I think of poopery. You know poopery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, the little drops you put in the toilet before.
I think of poo, like as in stinking ass poo. That's
what poopery is.
Right.
When you get ready and it masks the poop. Yeah. But he said there's some massage oil and all of that, and you know, you use it when it's, you know, you're doing Mr. Nasty time, okay? That's what it's for, okay?
Well, Patrick does have, Patrick does have good skin though. As he put it on his face because his skin is really nice.
He didn't mention that part. He just mentioned the nasty time.
Okay, then. I don't want poo at Mr. Nasty time. I definitely don't want poo at there. No.
So he's having a promotional photo shoot for Pou Confiant. And the photographer quit. So he's gonna have Safari take the pictures. And Torin was like, oh, she just superwoman, ain't she? She just doing everything. And he wants Torin to collab with Safari. So he wants Torin to go out and find the location, help with the little setup, and for them to collab together.
Torin bring them little plants everywhere, don't he? Them 2 little plants go, they travel with him.
That's what I see. Michelle.
They like his puppies.
Yeah, I'm like everywhere. He wants the whole crew to join. I want he wasn't taking off his clothes, and I suggest that you don't, Dawan. We had Chandrilla, Dom, and Torrin waiting on Brian for their little lunch break. Girl, Brian walking around with the little spray for his wig in his little apron pocket. I'm like, so you could just
Over the food.
what was that? Jerry curl. 1, 2, 3. Jerry curl. Don't stop. Do the
Well,
Jerry.
you had one of those, do the Jerry curl. You
Yes.
had one of those. I did not. So I can't really be,
Look
telling
here,
you.
the Jerry curl. My mama was the Jerry curl queen back in the day. She did everybody in the hood Jerry curl. Okay, everybody. So, yes,
My mama wouldn't let me have no Jerry curl.
your hair is like a Jerry curl.
I didn't know that back then. I just knew I didn't have one and everybody else did. Fine.
All you had to do was wet it. You would have had one.
So whatever.
Torrin, he is creating a storyboard for the little photo shoot. So he's Googling everyone for their pictures, and he run up on Philip, AKA Kawazi.
Quasi.
Baby, his photos was on fire, okay? Everybody at that table was drooling. They was trying to act like they wasn't, but everybody couldn't keep their eyes off of Kawazi, okay?
I'm gonna look it up myself. Did he take them pictures down or are they still there?
I
I'm
didn't
gonna have to
even
find
think
his
about
IG.
looking up Kawazi. I'm
I'm gonna have to find his IG.
Brian and Melvin, child, they go over to the food truck.
I like that because it made me feel like Brian is like, unlike a lot of people, he doing his real research on his business, and everybody was
Mhm.
very forthcoming with information. They wasn't, acting like haters. They was like, come on, this is what we do. Everybody, share the knowledge.
Right, right. So while he's doing his whole research, I mean, why not have Melvin? Melvin is the food person. He's the chef. You know what I'm saying? So that made a lot of sense. He do a little tour on somebody's. Well, first of all, it is a food truck park. Yeah. And I was like, that's cool. I ain't never seen that. But that's the place. Is that like, is they meet there like that every day? That's the
Well, I say it all the time. We have like a lakefront in downtown Kissimmee. I don't know why they don't have food trucks over there on the weekend. It just doesn't even make sense to me why they don't, you know what I mean? Just to bring people over there to hang out.
right. Like we have food truck events, and it might be every Sunday they're at a certain place, but that's a certain event. That's not a constant. So I'm like, it's just the spot where the food trucks be, because
I
that's
think and I'm talking about here, I think that's a dope idea, but that's an Atlanta thing. They always making sure they folks got some, extracurricular activities. But I feel like that should be a thing. Like over here, we got the darn lakefront. On Saturday, I should be able to be like, hey, Saturday at 6:00, let's meet down to the lakefront. They be having a food truck,
right,
maybe
right.
some alligators or what have you, some restaurants down there. I just don't understand why it's not a thing.
No, that's a cool little hookup.
Mm-hmm.
He talked to a couple of people out there, and one dude let him tour his truck. And while he was talking to him, he found out that he asked him how much did he pay for his truck, and his truck was $70,000.
That's not a lot.
A $70,000 truck though to start off, because when he talked to the other girl, she said she pulled hers with her pickup truck. So
I don't think 70,000 is a lot, to be honest. I think you could get that as an investment. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't have it, he don't have to start off that big. Like I said,
he doesn't. But I feel like if you go with the right business plan, the bank will give it to you, or at least a good portion of it.
Or just baby step it. My lawn man, which is almost everybody in Flint, lawn man didn't start off like that. Like he started off pushing his stuff on the back of his truck, and now he got a nice big old trailer and vacationing every week. Like, you can work yourself up to that
Well,
because
I feel like when I was teaching business to my class, I feel like 30,000 is a good number to start with. Like, you can get a brick and mortar. You can't buy a building, but you can start your business in a brick and mortar with 30,000. And that's a good, you know what I mean? But with a food truck, you don't even have to pay rent. You just pay for the truck and you're, you know.
right. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to start off with nothing that fancy. That guy had a really nice big truck. You could work your way up to that because
If you don't have
get in
to.
there, the money is gonna start
As
flowing.
soon as you, yeah.
And for whatever reason, I don't know, because Melvin has said, go to the bank and get a loan. We don't know his expenses. For whatever reason, that wasn't an option. He didn't want to go that route.
But you can get investors. I mean,
well, that's what he's going to try to do
yeah,
with Todd.
yeah.
But for whatever reason, he can't go to the bank,
Well, we know why he can't go to the bank.
Well, yeah. So
And not for nothing, even if his credit ain't bad, he's Black and gay and discrimination against folks that look like that. And you have to have some type of capital or business. Like, it's not easy to get a loan.
they ain't passing no loans so people get houses.
But there's like grants and stuff that you are eligible for. You just gotta know.
You gotta know where to go.
Yeah.
Where the deadlines, how to get, I mean, but you're working with Kandi and Todd, so.
So you got access to get that 70, get the 70.
Let me see what happened.
Because even if you go in partnership with Kandi and Todd on the first truck, you could go ahead and invest on your own next
Later on.
truck.
Right.
Mhm.
Philip and Dawan, they meeting about staffing. Okay. So due to Dom leaving, it's time for them to go ahead and just start hiring some new people. They need new people, and they believe they need to promote staff that has shown growth. Okay, so Philip think that Chandrilla would be good for management. He wants her to be the head greeter. Says she has improved from where she was, and she can crack the whip when it comes to her peers. And Don Juan was like, that girl gonna be drunk off power.
I will say this. At first I was like, what? But then I was like, well, if that's the case, then she's not the person at the front desk, and that's probably better for her not to be actually greeting people. She's managing the situation, which she may be better at, because it looked like she do a whole lot when folks aren't there. But maybe that'll take her away from the door where she's terrible.
My vote is still to fire her, but
well, that ain't gonna happen.
I'm gonna say, since that's not gonna happen, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of how at the school you would take one of the bad kids and you will put them in a role of leadership. And a lot of times that work, because now they feel like because they are the one in charge, then they stop all the little nonsense.
The foolishness.
Yeah, and then the people that's part of it with them follows them because, like you said, he has influence over them. It reminds me of like, oh Lord, we're taking the bad kid and we're giving them responsibility like that. I mean, it could work, but I'm just like,
that sucks for the kids
doing it with grown
that
people.
do a good job though.
It always backfired though. You know what I'm saying? That's always the downside of it. It falls into that whole, we're paying more attention to the ones who are doing
bad kids
that are concentrating and promoting the ones who's doing right. You mean to tell me?
I was always the opposite. I would sit
in
the back of the classroom, sit back there for I can engage with these ones that want to be here. If you want to, be on your phone and do whatever it is you came to do it back there.
So you mean to tell me Chandrilla should be the head over Rashad?
She was here first. She was here first. She's the loyal. She's been here the longest.
She's been here first, But how long was Rashad at the other one? Like you brought him over there to teach her. I ain't seen
Been here the longest.
him to teach her nothing.
She was here first. She's been here the longest.
Yeah, that's
She stayed through the pandemic and everything for $12 an hour.
good storyline, Kandi. You're keeping her. Yeah. In the real world, she would have been fired. That he came through there.
In the real world, they would have been, if you get one more bad review, that's it. If one more person says that they had a bad experience with you, then that's it. We can't keep doing it.
Right. No, we're gonna promote her and make her the head person in charge. Okay. Photo shoot for Poopery. I mean Poop Confidant. I'm gonna keep calling it Poopery because that's what it reminds me of.
Y'all really wasted my hour trying to get to the finale. I'm gonna just say that, but okay, go ahead to the poo-poo.
We at the poo-poo. We got Torn with his flowers and setting up. I was like, where is the spot at? Because y'all could have had it in his little corner at the crib. I'm just saying, I hope we didn't spend money on
all them people can't fit at his house. He don't have no chairs.
Oh, okay. Well, Safari looked real cute. I thought she looked cute with her little outfit and stuff. And she seemed like she knew what she was doing. Don Juan, him and his taco meat. He looked like on his picture that he was just laying up there watching TV.
Don Juan should go see Safari and get that situation taken care of. I know she's got some waxing or something going on over there. She could fix that taco situation.
Don Juan said, I know I got this pooch and you think I'm finna take off this robe, you a lie.
I ain't mad at him. Don Juan always has
all I
that
got for you right here. This all I got.
He has a resting bitch face. He doesn't seem like, that's
it wasn't hot. It wasn't sexy. It was, you know how you picture somebody and they watching TV. That's what it looked like. Right. Patrick and Philip both look nice, of course, honey. They do it. They do it for you, girl. I'll tell you that. Both of them. Tori looked goofy. Yeah, he was looking goofy. Who else was it? Who else did it?
Chandrilla. Are her and Safari homegirls now?
Who?
Safari and Chandrilla.
Girl, she let Chandrilla use her red lipstick, and Kandi was like, they didn't put them lips, both of them used it on something else. So I'm like, all right, well then there you go. I guess it doesn't matter. Kandi putting that.
I pretty much never want to share lipstick with somebody whose lips been the same place as mine.
No, I don't want to do that.
Right? No. Just keep it, girl. Here.
Yeah, keep that. Brandon and Dom, they were doing too much. Brian, he was doing too much. I don't know what they was doing.
Brian is so funny.
So before I get to what Brian did, yeah, he was I was like, y'all doing too much. Y'all.
He was selling that.
And Kandi and Todd, I don't want to see Kandi putting oil on Todd. That wasn't sexy at all.
Well, Todd didn't look bad with his shirt off. I had to give it to him. It was better than I expected.
No, but it was kind of like, you know how it's like, them. So I don't want to see you putting oil on your man in front of me. Then that's kind of how I felt when I was watching Kandi and Todd. I
don't know them like that.
But it just felt like, I don't want to see that. Y'all like the mom and dad of the group. Like they young and I don't want to see that, Kandi.
Yeah, but they be having sex dungeons and stuff, girl. They use their oil now.
She ain't doing that no more. She tired. We'll talk about that on the next one.
They over there signing NDAs and stuff. Now shit, that was mild compared to what you could have been watching.
They tired. They ain't doing that no more. They retired since all that other stuff. They
word.
The other stuff retired. Brian made these shirts. Him and Chandrilla came in with these shirts with Quasi.
That shit was funny.
It said, "You drive me quasi and let's get quasi." That was so cute. And I was like, "Oh, Philip, I hope you don't get mad." But he didn't. He laughed. And I was
he posted the picture. They had to get it from somewhere.
yeah.
Angela was like, "Let me go get fired with your ass."
Right. That one was like, "What is they doing with your picture on their shirt?" Don't want somebody old ass uncle. You know that. He's so old acting.
He's Bertha's friend.
Yeah. And then Bertha child.
Going to lunch. Talking shit.
That he is definitely Bertha. He is Bertha male. He is male Bertha. Okay. And Bertha said she can't believe she got out of her bed for this mess.
Got out of bed for that shit.
Okay. And I'm taking this one home with me since I done got up. Shoot.
Mama Joyce is ready to get naked because you know she's a porno.
I thought I was sitting up there like, please, Lord,
don't keep your shirt on.
I really thought she was gonna try it. I really did. So next thing we got Kandi, Todd, Don Juan, and Philip. They gonna interview some bartenders because, like I said, Don finna go. So Kandi was like, "Well, ain't we gonna make them make drinks for us?" And he was like, "Well, we don't have the stuff here." Well, why not? Ain't this a bartender interview? Why wouldn't you have? Don't I want to see what you know? And then we could talk while you make us drinks. Wasn't it a bar behind them? Wasn't they at the other side on the event side? Child, okay. Well, Philip's brother girlfriend showed up to the interview, but she showed up drunk. Okay. And she got the cussing in the midst of the interview.
Why was she drunk?
She was over at the other side. And then she came over to the interview. He said, they were looking out for family. I was looking out for mine.
He said, "I get her an interview. I can't promise you nothing. So, brother, you can't be mad at me."
Because she said somebody asked her a question.
His brother must be young.
Huh?
His brother must be young because that girl seems very young.
Gotta be. Well, as far as I'm concerned, she fit right on in with the rest of the crew. I say bring her in. I say
you like her? Yeah, I like her.
I think she's a good.
We promote
Chandrilla her.
Hire the drunk girl to work the bar. Oh, the way she was answering them questions had me rolling.
I think she fit right in.
What is she talking about?
She was like, I mean, you on the shit, I'm on the shit. Like that's, she ain't had time. So let me see what happened. Oh, Todd meets with Brian. He's at Brian's house. Okay, they're gonna discuss partnering up for the food truck. Child, Brian had the whole gray and white hookup from the hair to the suit jacket, and then he had the bedazzled bow. Okay, it was
little chest hair, little chest meat out
because it was business.
Yeah.
To give you the older.
Well, listen, he definitely came more prepared than the drunk girl did for her interview. Brian had his numbers together, his projections together. And he asked for the gusto, which I like. Like, he asked for the utmost, and Todd didn't say no.
He didn't
say
no.
They negotiated.
Well, look here. Them egg rolls really look good, okay? Because
they show them egg rolls one more time.
Season,
I'm about to get in my car and drive to Atlanta just to get.
I am so hungry for them. Brian.
They just need, why aren't they on the old lady gang appetizer menu? Make it easy for us.
I need them in my life. And what was that sauce? Brian, let us know, what was that sauce that he was gonna dip them with? Now I wanted to try.
Let's go to the apartment. We just gonna roll up to the apartment.
Can we get an invite? I will pay. I never thought that I really want to try the greens and the macaroni.
Brian, we ain't out here asking for free egg rolls. We will pay you.
We paying. I want to try the greens and macaroni and cheese egg rolls. I really do now.
I want a sampler platter.
Please.
Oh,
With the
we
dip.
can wrap it up with the cheesecake thing.
Right.
Fine.
So his proposal, 100,000, you give me 100,000, you get 20% of the company. He came back with a counter suit, 50%. Brian said, what about 49.5? I know that's right. Don't give up. Don't give him
Don't just
half
give
of it.
up.
Don't give him
But I mean,
half.
but Todd had a valid point for why he asked for 50. It wasn't just because, like, you're asking me for 100% of the investment. I got to get something that makes sense. And I'm glad Todd gave Brian his props for having his shit organized. And you know what I'm saying? It felt like a real negotiation, Todd. I really hope you go ahead and invest in this boy's food truck.
The only thing I disagree with Todd with, because he said, I got a building right now. No.
No, let's stick with the
He don't
food
want to
truck.
be in the building. That's too much. Give him his food truck.
And I think Brian needs to be free, like out there in the food truck.
Yeah. And Brian personality alone gonna bring the girls to the yard. Okay. Don't put him in the building. He don't want to be often. That's too much. Yeah, we see how y'all run y'all buildings. Put him in the food truck. Okay. Come on, Todd. Kandi, talk to Todd. You know, Todd be doing too much sometimes.
And Torn to come over there. He only work on Friday. Torn to come over there.
He gonna put Michelle and Kelly down in front.
Big D Torn to come over there.
Hey. He's his baby daddy. That's what he said, his baby daddy. Okay, so oh yeah, they had a cute little thing for Dom. She was finna go away, so they did the little party bike bar, and we met her little pray brother, and she did a little scenario talking about, you know, her mom ended up with walking pneumonia, passed away when she was 14, and then she hooked up with, which is now her play brother, who took care of them or his family or whatever. And so they asked Play Brother, what you think about Brandon? And he was like, no, Play Brother asked Brandon, what did he think about his future with Dom? And he's talking about, I want to have kids and all of this stuff. He said that it's like second time he had it. Brandon, she a dancer. Her career is dancing. Kids is not something that she needs right now. Like that would have to be on down the line.
There's something he need right now. He don't know his ass from his elbow. Sit your ass down, Brandon.
Right. Stop it. Oh, he irritates me. She said, you know, she hope he don't be feeling some kind of way when she gone because she ain't going nowhere. You know what? Now, I don't know. Because the way he flipped the script on you real quick about that restaurant, he might flip the script. I'm seeing a different Brandon, so I don't know. At first, I was like, he too obsessed. He ain't going nowhere. I don't.
Brandon throws all his friends under the bus. He threw Brian under the bus.
Yeah, Chandrilla.
I'm under the bus. He threw Chandrilla under the bus. Brandon is not, he ain't loyal.
No, he ain't. Don Juan and Philip, they set up Chandrilla making her think that she was getting rolled up. But really, they was giving her this much promotion. Child, whatever. She got a little raise, so she ain't making $12 no more, y'all.
She making the same money as the Dollar Tree.
She making $12.25. All right.
Yeah.
Last scene was Patrick meeting with Safari's dad at the golf club or whatever. I don't know what it was. Could have been at putt. I don't know. Her daddy is or was a former Marine and as well as a boxer in the service. So you might want to watch.
You ask for permission from somebody you just met though? Like this is your first time meeting him. You couldn't just hang out with him and then maybe pop that one in on the next
Not if you Patrick. Not a Patrick. He told her though. He asked for permission, and his dad was like, I mean, it's up to her. Like, I ain't finna say I give you the blessing, but you know, if that's what she want, you can't get it out of me. You know what I'm saying? But if she down, I'm down. And that's basically how it was.
Well, I mean, what happens if you say no? Like if some dude that I don't like comes to me and says, can I ask for your permission to, propose to your daughter? And I say, I really don't like you, nigga. Like, that's what it really is. So
well, I don't even know you. How you come to me?
I've never met you before.
Yeah.
So,
right. Well, next week, which is the finale, is also a proposal.
I'm glad when we get to the finale after so many weeks, because I feel like when I was watching this episode and the last episode, even though the OLD are entertaining, I was like, okay, now y'all running out of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Because like it was just a bunch of nothing, except for the part with Brian. That part I did enjoy, actually. It's always Brian.
I was gonna say throughout the whole season, it's been Brian.
Brian and Bertha.
If y'all didn't, and Bertha. If
I
y'all
want Brian and that Bertha.
BBs. If y'all ain't have BBs, this show wouldn't even be a show.
Well, I mean,
it would.
I will say, I did enjoy the show. Like, I didn't like Portia at all. It made me like annoyed that I had angry. Watch it. I did, like, I got a kick out of it, and that's like people are always saying, it's not ratchet enough. We didn't bring the drama. I didn't even need that. Like, it was kind of a nice little Sunday night thing.
But if you didn't have BB, born.
Everybody can't be the entertainment. Everybody can't be the entertainment.
That balanced out to show.
Yeah.
To show. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe next week, since it's a season finale.
Patrick is entertaining too, with whatever Patrick is doing.
Patrick is entertaining. He laid on that ground and said he was giving his grandma all this sexy.
She didn't even know what to do with him. She just
be rolling her eyes like,
what are you gonna do?
I cannot see Patrick at Bertha's house. Because I know he be making her just like boy.
Bertha and Kandi give Patrick whatever Patrick wants. And Melvin too.
Melvin gets whatever from Bertha. That's not, he's Bertha's heart. Melvin. Yeah. Child.
Patrick is a hoe. 4 out of 4 said you a hoe.
She ain't gonna, I don't know. Safari gonna have to start eating meat around her. She ain't having it. She gonna tell her about herself. Child. All right, D. I don't know if he's coming this time, y'all. I really don't.
Quit again, did he?
D, are you coming? Here he comes. He's just up there. He's a little loud. Here he comes. What you gonna do? What you gonna tell him, D? What you gonna tell him?
Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, watching all of that.
Ooh, and on that note.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all later.